For 10 days now, the world has watched a country of 44 million people come under relentless attack. But while Ukraine is being destroyed, the resolve of Ukrainians isn't. And that's in large part thanks to their leader, President Volodymyr Zelensky, a former actor and comedian who really did stumble into statesmanship. But what a role he's performing, especially considering the price on his head. Reports suggest Putin has tasked a kill squad with the job of eliminating him. So far, though, they've failed. When duty called, Volodymyr Zelensky answered.
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Golubovic.
But in a weird way, he already had years of practicing for the role of president before he took office.
Yes. Thank you very much, all the Ukrainians and all of our country. We've been waiting for this so much time.
Before becoming the real-life leader of Ukraine in its hour of need, Zelensky was an actor who wrote the hit TV series Servant of the People.
Здрасте.
Василий Петрович Голобородько?
Да.
Доброе утро, господин президент.
In the show, Zelensky's character was also an everyday man who rose to the country's highest office.
На европейском континенте.
Now, life is imitating art, and once again, he is getting rave reviews.
Well, of course, Ukrainians are very proud of President Zelensky now, because they are heroes for us now.
Olena Shoptenko has quite literally shared the stage with Volodymyr Zelensky. The couple won Ukraine's version of Dancing with the Stars together back in 2006. But that feels like a lifetime ago now for Olena, who, like millions of Ukrainians, has had to put her career on hold so she can flee the bombing in Kiev with her 3-year-old son. As a mother, this must be so hard.
Yes, of course it is. And you know, when my child asks me, Mom, when are we going home? I always have like tears in my eyes because I can't tell him anything. And especially today he asked me like, oh, Mom, I remember, can't come home because dragons are flying there. Because my child is 3 years old and I can't tell him about, planes and bombs and something like that.
But one thing that gives Olena hope is knowing firsthand the qualities of the man now leading her besieged country as it comes under attack from Russia. You had a very unique experience getting to know Volodymyr Zelensky before he was president. Can you just tell us a bit about his personality?
We worked as a dancing couple. Like, I was actually inspired with his tremendous diligence and determination. And then I noticed also that he's a strong leader, that he always stood up for those he loved and for his team.
That's so interesting because it sounds like the traits that he had as a dance partner are almost the traits we're now seeing as the president.
Yeah, he's a very kind person. And I remembered him like this.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
Absolutely. He is the man of the hour.
Having served in Iraq and Afghanistan, recently retired Australian Major General Mick Ryan knows a thing or two about leadership in times of war. While Russia's firepower may be far superior to Ukraine's, he says that the inspiration drawn from the passion and commitment of President Zelensky is incalculable, but invaluable.
Leadership and purpose mean everything. I mean, you can tell people to do things, but that's not inspiring. What makes people go above and beyond, what makes them do the difficult things when times are tough like this, is when they're given purpose. And the Ukrainians have purpose. They're defending their country, their democracy and their freedoms.
We talk about great wartime leaders, the Churchills, the Roosevelts. Is there the possibility that in the years to come they'll talk about Zelensky?
I don't think it's a possibility. I think it will happen. I mean, he has been a unifying influence, not just domestically for his own people, but internationally. I think it's been amazing, this international coalition that he's been able to build.
In his heart, what motivates the president?
He loves Ukraine, and this is very important. He is a true patriot of Ukraine, and he is a true leader.
Yulia Mendel became media advisor for President Zelensky when he won office in 2019. The then 41-year-old was a left-field candidate on the campaign trail with no history in politics. Instead, he was better known to voters as a successful comedian, an actor,
Каждый просроченный день 17 гривен пеня.
17 гривен.
and even the Ukrainian voice of Paddington Bear.
Тітка Люся завжди мріяла про Лондон.
But that political inexperience turned out to be a positive in a country sick of decades of corruption.
You're a busy man.
Yes.
You'll be even busier if you become president.
Who knows? I don't know. I've never been there, so maybe they have Saturday and Sundays. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you think the fact that he's not from the traditional political background is actually what has made him so relatable for the average Ukrainian?
You know, when I was coming to his hometown, I learned that at the very beginning he was even working for McDonald's just to earn first money to travel to different towns and to show their performances. And this is a big thing for Ukraine. He showed how you can become successful in Ukraine thanks to meritocracy, just thanks to the talent, not for nepotism, not for rich daddy or mommy, you know, not for any connections, but just because he is so much talented and so much devoted to people that he is appreciated everywhere.
Zelensky is now the international man of the moment after Russia launched its all-out war on Ukraine. Ever since, the president's leadership has been lauded around the world, particularly when contrasted against that of his counterpart, Volodymyr Putin. While the Russian president is so scared of COVID that he won't even sit near his own generals, the Ukrainian president has been standing shoulder to shoulder with his people.
Всі ми тут, наші військові тут, громадяни суспільства тут, всі ми тут. Захищаємо нашу незалежність.
Rejecting America's offer to help him escape the conflict and rule from abroad. It would have been easy for your president to flee to London, to Washington. What message does it send to Ukrainians that he stayed there with them?
It was really a powerful message. We have not simply president, we have a leader who, and people can rely on him.
Volodymyr Zelensky is the head of mission at the Ukrainian embassy in Canberra. Like so many of us here in Australia, he's full of admiration for President Zelensky, but also mindful that his success makes him target number one for Russia. Do you think Russia wants your president dead?
Yeah, clearly. I know for sure that they would like to have another government, a Russian puppet government.
Do you worry about what might happen if the president is captured or killed?
Yes, of course, I'm worried because he has very strong support and popularity right now, and it's important for the country, for its survival, to have this president in place.
President Zelensky has unified not just a nation, but the Western world. Ukraine has already far exceeded expectations on the battlefield, and Elena Shoptenko is typical of the resilience of these people.
The main thing is, and the main hope for us is to give us our home, our country, and our people. I really want my country to be free and prosperous.
Hello, I'm Tom Steinfort. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minutes segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au, as well as the 9Now app.